All right, welcome back, everybody. Continuing on with Wingless Wednesdays. 360 Wingless Sprint Cars presented by Paukens Custom Tailgate Games. Looks like we got about 29 checked in for this one. Going to give us about 3 heat races out of it. 1 consolation race, and then we'll put a feature out here for 35 laps back at the Kokomo Raceway. Qualifying going to commence in about 20 seconds here. We'll get you our national anthem going again, guys. Likes and shares if you're tuning in anywhere but Facebook. Be sure to type in the chat, let them know. I can see all the chats combined here. One of the great things about Restream, I can bring all my chats together and see everybody at once. Appreciate everybody tuning back in. If you watched the first one, you saw Adam Elby pick up his 3rd win of the season in the Midget Series. What these guys done right here. We're going to go to our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. Qualifying winding down. James Tiernan, Tyler Silva, and Rusty Kruger, your top 3 Western Duel, and Chase Rodman right now rounding out the top 5 in qualifying. Couple of cars still finishing up their opportunity out there now. Everybody's got time in. 30 cars. Four heat races for us. Going to have 8 cars in our first one. Going to get down here. The Masterson Racing, number 321 of Coy Pennington on the pole. 2 is outside. The 211, that's going to be James Edens. Row 2 on the inside, the 126, Chase Rodman. And on his outside, the Dirt Track Terror, the 210, James Tiernan. Row 3 on the inside, Brett Strickler in the 38. And on his outside, the Crescent Donuts, number 82, Dustin Griffiths. Row 4 inside, the 072 machine of Jeffrey Stewart, and scheduled to be on his outside, defending series champion in the 57, Anthony Lepresto, but he did not make the call. So we're going to see 7 cars in the first heat race. Pennington and Eden's going to be up on our front row. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Last show on Wingless Wednesdays. 360 Wingless Sprint Cars presented by Paukens Custom Tailgate Games. Going to be a 35-lap feature for you. Going green off turn number 4. Pennington and Edens bringing us to the green. Heat race number 1 underway. Pennington with a good lead through 3 and 4. James Edens tucked in right behind him. The battles for 3rd and 4th. Rodman on the inside. Tiernan on the top side, and Tiernan's got the best of it right now. Move James Tiernan into position number 3. Chase Rodman holding down that final direct transfer spot. Top 4 into the A main straight from the heat races. Oh, you saw Edens super sideways in 1 and 2, but it pushed Pennington up the hill enough that he was able to get by. And now Edens has the point. Pennington fighting back on the bottom side, and he's going to drive it hard off turn number 2 and take it right back. James Tiernan trying to put his hat in the ring for the lead, but right now it's going to be Pennington, Edens, Tiernan, and Rodman, your top 4. Brett Strickler a little bit off of those guys right behind him up on the high side right there. But halfway home in this one, it's still Pennington out front. Edens, Tiernan, and Rodman, your top 4, and a little slip right in the middle of turns 1 and 2 for Pennington, and that allowed Edens to have the drive off the corner he needed. Will he have the lead off turn number 4? No, he will not. 6 down, 4 to go. Edens still working the high side. 1 and 2 seems to be really good for the 211 car. Not so much 3 and 4 as he keeps losing the lead right there. Now these two going to trade short slide jobs, and Pennington's going to drive off the bottom. Has to check it up to not run into Mr. Eden. Mr. Edens puts it in the outside fence. James Eden's going to fall back to the 3rd position. 4th position.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And that car backwards in the front stretch. Got a little throttle happy, I think, when he came off turn 4 there after he bumped the wall, and the car just never settled underneath him. Oh, he actually came down and got into Chase Rodman just a bit. That ends up finishing him spinning around. I don't know. He's going to attach himself to the back of the field here. But this one going to finish under caution. Pennington, Tiernan, Rodman, and Strickler going straight through. Everybody else going to work their way through the B main. Give us some likes and some shares, guys. We appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for staying with us and hanging out. Heat 2 on the front stretch right now on the Triple X Race Chassis Company. Black Diamond Motorsports number 42 of Sean Wallenfels on the pole, and Don Hunter to his outside in the 4 machine. The Andes Frozen Custard number 94, Todd LeBeau inside row 2 with Tyler Silva. The 317 machine on his outside. Nick McGathy, Top Gun Motorsports driver in the 073 inside row 3. And Jamie Wallace in the 100 to his outside. Cole Kirkman, the 10 car inside row 4 with Tyler Grafton, the 62 on his outside. Your 8 cars for heat race number 2. Looking at 4 heat races scheduled for this one. Zach Mason, hey guys. All right, going to go green this time off turn 4. Wallenfels and Hunter on the front row.
Green, green,
Wallenfels on the throttle. Good jump for him. Hunter's car blinked a little right at the initial start. Blinks again down in turn number 2, but he's got the high side. Looks like he's going to have plenty of drive. And he's going to hang on to the 2nd spot for now, but Sean Wallenfels is out in front of this one. Oh, Todd LeBeau didn't know where the 4 car was, and he shut the door on him. When the 4 car reappeared, they were right on top of each other, but no caution. Everybody going to continue on. Move LeBeau to 2nd. Silva in the 3rd, and Nick McGathy in the 4th spot. There is the 4 car still flashing around, and now he's parked in turn 2 up on the top side, but no caution as of yet. Still Wallenfels in front of this one. Good gap between he and LeBeau. 10 car lengths easily. LeBeau finds the turn 3 wall.
Caution is out.
And that is never going to be a good thing. He got close to time before. It was good down the front stretch. All right, when they get ready to go into turn 3 right here, right rear into the fence. Then he gets a little bit of help from Silva. But Todd LeBeau going to have to work his way through a consolation race to get into the feature. Wallenfels on the point. Silva, McGathy, and Kirkman, your transfer cars right now. Jamie Wallace in 5th, Tyler Grafton, and then LeBeau and Hunter both off the track. So 6 cars going to finish up this heat race. They're going to have about 3 laps to go when they get to green. Three to go in heat race 2. 2 of 4 for the evening of the 360
Green flag,
wingless
green
cars
flag.
right here. Green flag back in the air. Wallenfels hanging on to the point, but Silva closer this time, and he's going to work off the top side of 2. Wallenfels may have to change his strategy, or he's going to have a earful of that 360 on the 17, and he does. Tyler Silva puts it right in front of him with a good slide job down in 1 and 2. Now Wallenfels trying to fight back, and he puts it right back in front. Oh, Silva with a little push bar to push bar action right there as they took the white flag. Both drivers saved the car. Now Wallenfels, big slide job through 3 and 4. Not going to be able to hang on to it. It's going to be Silva, then Wallenfels, McGathy, and Wallace going to come in with the final transfer spot. You saw the contact between Wallenfels and McGathy on the exit right there. Those guys going straight to the A main tonight. Everybody else going to be in the consolation race. Try to work their way in. Third heat race, grid out on the front stretch. On the pole, going to be the Wicked Kisser, number 127 of Stephen Hill. And on his outside, the 112, Todd Brandt. Row 2 on the inside, the Team City Wicked Kisser, number 022 of Mason Hannigan. And on his outside, going to be the 5 of Rusty Kruger. You saw him finish 3rd in the midget race a little bit ago. Row 3 on the inside, the Dirty Old Bastards. Wicked Kisser, number 93 of the Catfish, Chris Roberts. And on his outside, Team City, number 84, Billy Rowley. And on the back row by himself, another Team City machine. That's the 92 car of Mike Keegan. 7 cars in this one. Another 10 laps. Top 4 straight to the A main. Everybody else swimming in the soup. Oh, Nathan. Anthony. Get a good look at these guys while they're under pace, because that pace truck is going to head to the infield right here. And they're going to go green off turn number 4. 3rd of 4 scheduled heat races.
Green,
Hill and Brand on the front row, and they're on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. Stephen Hill with a good jump out to the front. Todd Brandt coming off in 2nd for the time being, but he had Mason Hannigan working down the inside. Hannigan not able to hang on to the 2nd spot in that lap. Off the inside. Oh, Brandt a little out of shape. That's going to let Hannigan squeeze by, and Kruger's on the top side. Kruger going to work the high side momentum line and take 3rd away, and he's working on 2nd place. Mason Hannigan already 1 lap, 1 spot, 2 laps, 2 spots. Move Kruger into 2nd. Hannigan is 3rd. Brandt is 4th. Billy Rowley working the high side, trying to get up here. Wants a transfer spot. Doesn't want to have to deal with the elimination races, the possibility that anything can and often does happen. Would rather go straight to the feature race. So the 84 car trying to work the high side right now. We've completed 4 of the 10 scheduled laps. Good battle right here for the final transfer spot, shaping up. Rowley on the high side, Brandt on the inside, and right now Rowley looks like he's got the best of it. He takes the 4th spot at the halfway point, but Brandt going to continue to fight back on the bottom. Just don't think it's going to work out. You got to keep these big tires moving to keep these cars going forward. You can't spin them, and those two coming together right there, Brandt and Rowley on the front stretch. Stephen Hill hanging on to the lead just barely in front of Kruger right here. He's going to have 3 to go, this time off turn number 4. Kruger now looking for the slide line, brings it in low, brings it out high, and that doesn't work at all. Stephen Hill saw that coming from a 1/4 mile away. He's able to take it back 2 to go this time by. Still Hannigan in 3rd. Rowley hanging on to the 4th spot, but Brandt not giving it up easily. He's finding grip on the bottom, setting the car early and making the straightaway just a little bit longer. The white flag is in the air now. Stephen Hill, Rusty Kruger, Mason Hannigan. We're watching the battle for the 4th spot. Looks like Hill is easily going to win this heat race. Kruger second, Hannigan is third, and Billy Routley going to take that final transfer spot. That's going to leave Brant, Keegan, and Roberts in the consolation. All right, final heat race. Gridding out on the front stretch. On the pole, going to be the Textron, number 25 of Kevin Click. And on his outside, Anthony Marvalijo in the 238. On the inside of a row number 2, the 72 car of Brad Faria. And on his outside, Weston Newell in the 222. Peyton Grease, the 292 inside, row number 3 with Tim Burner in the 19 on his outside. And on the back row by himself, the 27 car, that is Zach Howell. Final 7 cars, final 10 heat race laps. Final 4 direct transfers into the A main. That'll give us 16. We're going to be looking for 24. And we'll get those final 8 cars out of our B main. Thank you, James. Don't forget, guys, follows, likes, and shares wherever you're watching from, if it's YouTube, Twitch, or on any of the Facebook channels. The Dirt Racing Network on Facebook. Find us there. Give us a follow and a like. Appreciate it greatly. Final heat race on Wingless Wednesdays right here. 360 Wingless Series presented by Paukens Custom Tailgate Games. The final scheduled heat race for this session is underway. Kevin Click, Anthony Marvalijo. Brad Faria shoots into the 2nd spot on the bottom right there. These guys moving around pretty quick here. Marvalijo's car out of shape, and he's going to drop 3 spots. He's going to fall all the way back to 5th. Started close to the front, but right now, Click, Faria, Weston Newell into the 3rd spot. Peyton Grease into that final transfer spot. Tim Burner in the 5th spot. Anthony Marvalijo in 6th. Zach Howell in the 7th and final position. Kevin Click running the high side, making it look pretty easy right now, but he's got Brad Faria giving chase. These guys already completing 3 of the 10 scheduled laps for the heat race. Newell hanging on to 3rd. Trying to work the middle and the bottom, looks like. See if he can find something down there. Maybe close in on the 72 car. Faria set the car just a little early. Tried to make that backstretch just a little bit longer. To no avail. They did not catch Kevin Click one bit. We're halfway home in this one. Grease still hanging on to the 4th and final transfer spot. Marvalijo a good distance back in 5th. No threat right now to take that spot away from Peyton Grease. We'll go back to the front. Welcome back, Mr. Calavoda. 3 laps to go when they come off turn number 4. Still Click out in front of Faria. Newell is 3rd. Peyton Grease in the 4th spot. Now slide job. But Faria closes the door. A new leader, point man 72. Brad Faria to the lead. He's going to see 2 to go off turn number 4. Kevin Click back to 2nd. Weston Newell in 3rd. And now Peyton Grease closing the gap, trying to make a race out of it. Move Grease from 4th to 2nd. He hangs on to the spot going into turn number 3. Big out of shape slide right there, and he falls back into 3rd, but the white flag's in the air. Faria's got this one in hand easily. But Peyton Grease, the car on the move, came from 4th and now into 2nd off turn number 4. Faria wins it. Grease is 2nd. Newell finishes 3rd, and Kevin Click from the front to the 4th and final transfer spot in the last 3 laps. That's going to send Marvalijo, Burner, and Howell into the consolation races. And we're going to have a quick C main here. Scheduled to see 9 cars. Don't know how many for sure are going to be out there. We had 1 or 2 of these guys not even make their heat race a little while ago. But the 62 of Tyler Grafton is going to be on the pole with the 92 of Mike Keegan to his outside. Row 2 inside, Tim Burner, the 19. James Edens, the 211 outside. Todd LeBeau, the 94 inside row 3 with Chris Roberts on his outside, the 93 car. Zach Howell in row number 3, the 27. Looks like that's the last of the cars going to make it. Mike Keegan not even making the call. So we're going to have 6 of the 9, and we're only going to take 4 and move them up. So 2 guys going to come up short one way or another in this one. Thanks for the likes and the shares, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. They're going to get ready to roll off here any second. So 6 cars. 4 spots up for grabs. Those 4 are going to move to the back of our B main, and then we're going to take 8 out of the B main and put them in the A main. Creeping up on the 10 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone, 11 o'clock on the East Coast. Appreciate everybody staying up late with us. Hope you're enjoying Wingless Wednesdays on the Dirt Racing Network. Be sure to visit all the sponsors. Let them know you enjoy what you're seeing. Keep it going. Keeps us on the air, bringing you fantastic and fun racing to watch here. So, Grafton.
Green, green, green.
Off the front row with Edens. Green flag in the air. Those guys waited just for a second to get us going, and Edens is going to get the best of that coming off turn number 2 on the high side. Move James Edens to the point. Tyler Grafton in the second spot. Tim Berner in there, the 19 car, the yellow one on the bottom. And Chris Roberts, the Catfish, not going down and feeding off the bottom this time, and he goes all the way to second position on the high side, working around the top 2/3 of the track right there. Put the 93 car in second, the 94, Todd LeBeau following him around, sees what he's doing, says, yeah, I want to get there too, need to get into the next race to give myself a shot. So I'll chase you around and we can both transfer through right here. Roberts was out of shape right there and it held LeBeau up just a little bit. Tim Berner down on the inside, hanging onto it. Mike Keegan, Anthony Lopresto, Don Hunter, and Zach Howell unable to finish this race. So only 5 cars out there. We're taking 4 of those 5 and moving them into the next race. Right now, James Edens with a straightaway lead over Chris Roberts. Todd LeBeau behind that in third, and Tim Berner down on the inside in the 4th spot. But here comes Tyler Grafton. And they've got 5 laps to go. They reach the halfway point in the C main. Now the battle for second starting to heat up. LeBeau off the top side. He's going to have it. He goes around Roberts. Roberts went back to the bottom. Not forgetting his namesake as the Catfish. He dropped down a little bit, and it cost him a spot. So still Edens out in front with 3 to go. LeBeau, Roberts, and Berner, your top 4. But Grafton now starting to put the pressure on Berner. Just couldn't get it done that time. Bad line on the entry. The car lost all the front end, and he had to pedal the throttle. Looks like it's going to let Berner have that 4th and final transfer spot. But off of turn number 4, we're going to see 1 to go. James Edens way out in front of this one. Todd LeBeau, a full set of corners behind Chris Roberts. And then Tim Berner still hanging on to the final transfer spot. Edens to win the C main. Todd LeBeau going to come on second. Chris Roberts in third. And Tim Berner, your final transfer car. Grafton, Howell, Lopresto, Hunter, and Keegan have finished for the evening. So now the B main looking for 8. And we're getting 9 on the grid. On the pole, the 072 of Jeffrey Stewart. To his outside, the 10 car, Cole Kirkman. Row 2 on the inside is going to be the 112 of Todd Branton. On his outside, the 238, that's Anthony Marvalijo. Row 3 inside, Dustin Griffiths, the 82. Outside, James Edens, the winner of the C main, the 211. In the 4th row, Todd LeBeau, the 94. Chris Roberts, the 93. And on the back, Tim Berner in the 19 car. 1 guy going to be finished. Everybody else going to go and play for 35 more laps once they finish this one. Going to get 12 laps to settle it. All right, 12 laps on the board for the B main. They're going to go green off turn number 4. Stewart and Kirkman going to bring us to the green flag.
Green, green,
Green
green.
flag in the air. Stewart with a great jump. Kirkman a little bit asleep and a lot out of shape down the front stretch. That's going to cause a little stack up when they went into turn one. All right now, Todd Brandt has shot around Stewart and taken the lead off turn number 4. While we were watching the stack up back there, James Edens is working his way all the way from the back around the top. He's going to be in second here. Not yet. Still going to be hanging on to third. Trying to see who. Maybe Tim Berner's car. Maybe not. Don't know who got sideways there, but it was a quick caution. Ooh, a little contact. Berner and Marvalijo, but I think that was after the fact. There's where your caution came from, right there. Marvalijo got bumped just a little, and it turned him around. He and LeBeau touched, and it turned him just far enough to trigger that yellow flag. Another one of those that I don't think should have been a yellow, but the algorithm says it is, so it must be. Brant and Stewart going to bring us back to green right here. Working on lap number 6 of 12, so 7 when they drop the green flag. James Eden working on the inside. He's got Dustin Griffiths right behind him right there, and they're trying to get around Jeffrey Stewart. Going to be 5 laps to go off turn number 4. This time Brent having it pretty easy right now, but James Edens has gotten around Jeff Stewart. Now Chris Roberts working up the inside of Dustin Griffiths. Griffiths way high, had to back out of it. Stewart out of shape off 2, and that's going to move Roberts from 5th to 3rd. Keep Stewart in the 4th spot temporarily, but LeBeau's going to slide around on the bottom and take that away right there at the line. 4 laps to go this time. At the front, James Edens on the high side, trying to take the lead, see if he can win both of the consolation races, and he's got it. Brandt back to 2nd. Roberts is 3rd. LeBeau is 4th. Stewart is 5th, and Griffiths in 6th, but LeBeau in the fence and backwards. Got into 1 and 2, just a touch on the hot side. Put the right rear in the fence when you put that big old slab of rubber up there and it grabs that concrete wall. Most of the time you don't get to grab that one back up underneath you, and he sure didn't. So this one looking like it's going to finish under caution. Todd LeBeau going to be the car that's not going to transfer. He brought out the caution the last time. And a terrible time for that because all the cars were still on the track. 8 spots were up for grabs. 9 cars were out there. So Edens, Brandt, Roberts, Stewart, Griffiths, Marvalijo, Berner, and Kirkman going to make it into the AMA. And Mr. LeBeau going to be finished for the evening. And we're going to get ready to go to the warm-up session. Give everybody a chance for their final tests and tunes. Don't forget to give all the Wingless Wednesday sponsors a little bit of love. Visit Paukens Custom Tailgate Games. Custom cornhole sets. I see the work on his Facebook page, and it's very good work, guys. Go drop by if you're a tailgater of any kind and you look for tailgate games. Go check them out. Mr. Hersberg, a little bit of like and a little bit of love over there. Help him keep 360 series up on Wingless Wednesdays for us, and also visit Wicked Energy Gum on Facebook. Go look up wickedenergygum.com. Check them out. They put on the midget series with the Northwest Focus midget people. Make sure that sponsors get some love so they can keep DOB on the Dirt Racing Network for you if you enjoy what you're watching. Gonna let these guys wind out their practice session. Get a good look at the track from up above. Very small little bull ring here. Right at a quarter mile. Just under, or just over, excuse me, a quarter of a mile. I think that 3/10 of a mile has to be up against the outside fence because, man, it's a lot shorter than that on the inside. Still looks like the track got a bunch of heavy spots in it. Some slick right in the middle and on the exits, but top side still looks great. The bottom looks like it's got a lot of grip in it. We'll see where all these guys decide to run. iRacing, George. It is called iRacing. Down here, let's go take a ride. Oh, we don't ride with that one. Go ride with this guy right here. The Alphabet Soup Bandit, James Edens. Avoiding cars like it's a landmine out there. All right. Time for the feature race. 35 laps on the board.
Yes, sir.
On the pole, the 321 of Coy Pennington. Row 2 on the outside. I'm sorry. 317 of Tyler Silver. Row 2 on the inside, the 127 Stephen Hill. 2 is outside, the 72 car, Brad Faria. Row 3 on the inside, the Dirt Track Terrier, the 210 James Tyrion. On his outside, Sean Wallenfels in the 42. Rusty Kruger starting inside of row number 4 in the 5 machine of Peyton Grease, the 292 on his outside. Row 5 inside, the 126 Chase Rodman, and on his outside, the 073, that's Nick McGathy. Row 6, the 022 Mason Hannigan inside, Weston Newell, the 222 on the outside. Row 7, the 38 Brett Strickler, and the 100 of Jamie Wallace. Row 8 inside, Billy Riley, the 84 outside, Kevin Click, the 25. Row 9, the 211 James Eden. The Alphabet Soup Bandit coming from the C all the way into the A. And the 112 of Todd Brandt. In the 10th row, the 93 of the Catfish, Chris Roberts, and Jeff Stewart on his outside, the 072. In row 11, Dustin Grivets, the 82, the 238, Anthony Marvalijo. Tim Burner going to start inside the final row, and on his outside, the 10 car of Cole Kirkman. That's your 24 car field. They're going to do 35 green flag laps for you. Pennington and Silva on the front row. Going to go green right here off turn number 4. Green flag in the air.
Green, green, green.
360 Wingless Series presented by Paukens Custom Tailgate Games. Feature race underway. 3 wide on the exit of 2.
Caution is out.
And caution early in this one. Kirkman getting away slow. Don't know if he was part of it. Well, I don't know who brought out the caution. Showing, Peyton Grease's car. Yeah, it's showing cars. They're staying out of order right now. It's having a little bit of trouble catching up to some of this. But Peyton Grease up into the fence right there. You saw the yellow tail tank go flying through the air. Looks like these guys are waiting for the pace truck, and there it is. Pace truck took a moment to catch up to the field. And that don't happen too often. Set for lap 38 on the white flag.
38.
Pace truck in. Going to go green off turn 4. Car is still trying to catch up to the back of the field and get single file
Green
here, but
flag,
Pennington
green
brings
flag.
us back to green. We'll check in shortly and find out where the Alphabet Soup Bandit is. 211 car right now showing him in 17th position, but we're watching a battle towards the front right here. Silva on the outside, Hill on the inside. Silva going to have second spot. Stephen Hill back to third. Brad Faria now trying to work on the inside of the 127 machine. Doesn't have him just yet. And he's going to fall back. James Tiernan around the high side. Move him into the 5th position. Coy Pennington still out in front of Tyler Silva. Those guys working the top. Stephen Hill now
All right, man.
Tiernan
Caution is
into
out.
the fourth
Caution is
spot.
out.
Right behind Hill. Kruger up to fifth, and caution on the speedway again. Brad Faria, 72 car. He was running about third or fourth. Oh, clips the fence with the right rear. Yep, that's going to put a hurting on him. He'll feel that tomorrow. Wow, just still getting hit. So getting the field line back up. 41 to the new white flag. Pennington, Silva, Hill, Tiernan, Kruger. Wallenfels is sixth. Rodman, Hannigan, Newell, and McGathy your top 10. There is all kinds of content in iRacing. There's asphalt. There's all kinds of dirt. There's a lot of stuff going. If you don't have it, send me a message. Follow the page at the Dirt Racing Network. Send us a private message through. If you've got a machine that will run the thing, if you send me the message, I will send you 3 months free for the basic content. You can give it a look over and see. As long as you're a new member, not a returning member, you can use the code. Give you a chance to get in with these guys.
Green flag, green
Have
flag.
some fun. Green flag back in the air. Coy Pennington, Tyler Silva. 1-2 around. Through turns 1 and 2 on the top side. The top 4 or 5 there you see.
All right,
Fifth
man,
place,
caution
Sean
is out.
Wallenfels
Caution is out.
was the only car not right up against the fence, and another caution. Maybe Rodman's car sideways back here. He was in the 6th spot when they took the green. Oh, Tiernan got kind of hung up, broke all his momentum, collects Rodman. Everybody else kind of filtering by. Looks like Tiernan's car, heavily damaged, was laying down over on the left side real hard. Kirkman back on track. He is a lap down. Rodman's car limping around right in front of the pace truck, so he'll get a wave around here in just probably about one more lap. Still Pennington out in front. Silva, Hill, Kruger, and Wallenfels your top 5. Pace truck on the infield. Ooh, Pennington on the throttle. A couple cars tried to anticipate it, and that's going to cost
All right, man,
Wallenfels
caution
for
is out.
sure.
Caution is out.
Wallenfels, I think, hit the tires. That car might have been locked up on the implement tire on the exit of 4 because everybody tried to time it up. Kruger got out of shape, and then Wallenfels ends up parked on top of the tire. Kruger tried to time the start up, had to check up, and the car got out from under him just a little bit, and that checked up Wallenfels. He went to the inside to avoid the contact, and he ends up on top of that implement tire, knocking him out. I saw another car tumble on the backstretch. Not sure who it was. Coy Pennington's car. See what happened to Coy.
47, I do believe.
He might have caught an implement tire on the exit at 2 here. No, he clips the wall right when the caution comes out, and then he ends up getting tumbled over a couple of times. So the leader put it into the fence at the same time. So we've got a new leader. Tyler Silva out in front of Stephen Hill and Rusty Kruger now.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Tyler Silva, Stephen Hill, Rusty Kruger bringing us into turns 1 and 2. Silva able to escape away just a little bit while Silva and Kruger, or I'm sorry, while Hill and Kruger were battling.
Caution is out.
Caution one more time. Car sideways back up in turn number 3. Looks like Nick McGathy's car. Looks like he was working on West and Newell off the top side. Oh, just clips the entry wall. We've seen so many guys do that tonight. Just a little too close to the turn 3 wall.
50.
Lap 50 for the new white flag. So we're going to be at about 27 to go. Pace truck is in. Silver, Kruger, Tyler Silva, Rusty Kruger, Stephen Hill going to bring us back to green right here off turn number 4.
Green flag.
You see the top 3 working the very high side, 4th and 5th back there. Hannigan and Newell, only cars working the bottom in the top 5. And now Hannigan goes out to the top side.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution in turn number 4, Mason Hannigan, it looks like. He went inside in 1 and 2. We just talked about him moving to the high side in 3 and 4. And he might have moved it just a little bit too far to the outside right here. Right rear into the fence in turn 4. Silva, Kruger, Hill, Newell, Strickler, Edens, Wallace, Rowley, Click, and Brandt, your top 10. Going green right here off turn 4. You saw Rusty Kruger try to time it up a little when the 317 car of Silva slid down the hill.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution in turns 1 and 2. Jamie Wallace's car up against the infield. Not sure what happened to him. He was back here. Looks like he was about 8th or 9th when they restarted right there. He finds the implement tire. Brandt got by him. He just takes the car down into the infield, keeps it there. Get a check on, and we'll see where the Alphabet Soup Bandit is. He is in the 6th position now. Started back somewhere around the 9th row in this thing. And he has worked his way almost into the top 5. He's got to pass one more car to get into the top 5. But he came from the C main, won that, went into the B main, and come from the back to win that. Now, going to see if he can come up here and win the A main from the back of the field. Lap 56. So 25 laps to go.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air again. Silva went to the top side. Kruger brought it up to slide jobbing, but Silva cut underneath. Let's keep those guys 1, 2. Now Stephen Hill around the top side trying to make a bid for second. Kruger brings it into the middle, brings it up to the top right there, blocks the line. Weston Newell still hanging on to the 4th spot, but on the high side, James Edens working around the top, trying to get the spot away. We'll see what they do at the line. It's still Newell. Edens trying to find the tack in the middle of the track. And Newell working it up off the bottom each time. Caution once again. Don't know who that one was for. I don't see anybody sideways. Marvalijo's car going to the infield. Let's see if maybe Anthony had a problem. Was not Marvalijo.
59.
Kruger, Hill, Newell, Edens, Rowley, Strickler, Click, Brandt, Roberts, and Stewart, your top 10.
Green flag, green flag.
Kruger out in front. Green flag in the air. Tyler Silva all the way back to 12th right now. Could have been the reason for the caution, I suppose. He was at the front. Right now, Stephen Hill cuts it to the inside. Not enough momentum to do it, but don't look now. There's the Alphabet Soup Bandit. 211 car, James Edens, P2. And he is making his way to the front, chasing down Rusty Kruger. See if he can win the C, win the B, and win the A. Sweep all the alphabet tonight. He's trying to work any line he can, find a little bit of grip. Catch up to Kruger. Kruger in the lead. Edens in second. Stephen Hill in third. Billy Rowley running fourth. And Weston Newell, your top five. But Newell on the outside may not see that 25 car yet. But Kevin Click working the high side, trying to find momentum. Put himself in a top five finish for the evening. The battle at the front kind of evening out. About 5 car lengths, 6 car lengths right now. They're working it down through here. We're going to 59, so we're going to have about 16 to go, this time off turn number 4. Edens in hot, turns it early, brings it down off the hill. Able to maintain the gap, just not able to close up. And right now, Rusty Kruger showing the way.
All right, man.
Caution
Caution is out.
on the speedway. Could be, again, the Tyler Silva machine. I don't know for sure. Doesn't seem like it. I don't know. He had contact with the outside wall right there. Hard to tell where these guys are getting the cautions, because if the car just turns far enough, it's going to trigger the yellow if there's traffic coming behind them. And a lot of times they get them righted before we can see what happened. Most tracks, that probably wouldn't be a caution. .62, the new white flag. You can see the dust starting to linger. Track starting to dry out. The lights are off on the pace track. We are going to go green. Going to have 14 laps to go. Kruger and Edens at the front. Stephen Hill in third. Rowley and Click rounding out your top 5. Click
Green
got
flag,
around
green flag.
Weston Newell. The green flag back in the air. 14 laps to go. Oh, Kruger with a mistake. Can Edens capitalize? He's going to go to the bottom. Turns 3 and 4, see if he can find the bite on the exit. He's even at the line. Can he keep it there? Going through 1 and 2. No, Rusty Kruger, too much speed on the top side. And James Edens found the slick in the middle of 1 and 2, and he lost all of his momentum. Stephen Hill still running in the third spot. Billy Rowley getting a battle for Weston Newell on the bottom. He got around Click. Now he's getting around Rowley. Just too much momentum on the top side. Billy Rowley able to hang on to that 4th spot. James Edens starting to close in. 10 to go off of turn number 4 this time. 62, the target number for the white flag. Stephen Hill still in third, riding around the high side. Billy Rowley's hanging on to that 4th spot, but Kevin Click now has gotten back around Weston Newell again, put himself in 5th. Newell is 6th. Silva up to 7th. Strickler running 8th. Roberts running 9th. And Jeff Stewart running in the 10th spot. Going to be a lap traffic just shortly. They're going to find Cole Kirkman right in front of him here in the next lap or two. 7 to go this time off turn number 4. Oh, Edens clips the tire on the inside.
All right,
That's
man,
going to trigger
is
the
out.
caution.
Is out.
He had closed the gap, was getting ready to start putting the pressure back on Kruger. And all that work goes away right here on the exit of turn 4. Left front up over. And that just upsets the car enough. And it's going to drop him back to the 10th position. And during that exchange, something happened to Stephen Hill, because he fell back behind Billy Rowley. Rowley now sits in the second spot. 65, the new target white flag.
65.
Appreciate everybody staying up late with us. You good on time?
Oh yeah, got 11 minutes left.
Outstanding. All right, still Kruger, Rowley, Hill, your top 3. Click and Silva now your top 5. Silva working his way back inside the top 5. 6 laps to go right here. Green flag
Green
back
flag,
in
green
the
flag.
air. Way late getting the green. They were already through turns 1 and 2. Billy Rowley in second. Stephen Hill sitting in third. Rowley out of shape now with a lot of spots on the line right there. Weston Newell down to the inside. Stephen Hill gets around him. Tyler Silva right on the push bar, right off the tail tank. Right now, Weston Newell hanging on to that third spot. 4 laps to go. Rusty Kruger way out in front of this one. Stephen Hill in second. Billy Rowley hanging on to third, but Weston Newell really fighting hard on the inside, trying to get there. Able to have the nose in front that time by 3 to go. Now Newell clips the tire. That's going to do it. He's going to be out of it, but Tyler Silva still has a chance. Now he clips the outside wall. 2 laps to go this time by. Rusty Kruger already down the backstretch. If he gets to the white flag before anything else happens, we're going to race it out. White flag in the air. Hill in second. Rowley hanging on to third. Hill finds the fence off 4. Move Rowley to second. Hill back to third. Now Billy Rowley with a mistake. Off turn 4. Rusty Kruger going to easily win this one. The battles for second and third. Hill and Rowley, and it's going to be Hill and then Rowley. Your top 3. Have the top 3 pace around a lap, and then winner on top. The other 2 beside. Everybody else off the track, please. Kruger, Hill, and Rowley, your top 3. Have the winners and stuff. Keep pacing while these guys get out of their way. Hey, Stephen Hill, third place. Billy Rowley, second. Rusty Kruger, the winner.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car.
Yeah,
We're not
Rusty-
going green this
Rusty
time. We are
probably
not
said
going
this
green.
Got Billy.
Stephen Hill, you got a copy. Hello, Stephen.
Yeah, you got me.
I got you now. All right, man. Well, you end up on the podium. Interesting a run there. Talk to us about the race and how you come home with the third place finish tonight, sir.
Basically, I managed to not wreck it, and that's about it.
Well, you kept it good and simple right there, didn't you? Track looked like there was still a little bit at the bottom, just a touch, but the top was really the best way to go. Were we watching it wrong, or was that how it was out there?
It looked like there was some on the bottom. I tried it a few times. I never found anything down there.
Well, you still come home with a podium finish, man. A great run for you. You got any sponsors you need to thank or shout-outs you need to give?
Yeah, Team SETI, Wicked Cushion, 410 Media, SETI Group Holding.
All right, man. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. We'll look forward to talking to you again here real soon.
Thank you.
Billy Riley, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you pull off the podium finish tonight. Talk to us about the racing and how you end up on the second step of the podium tonight.
I mean, it was just one of those deals where it's attrition is a lot of it. I think, I mean, we had a good car. It's so hard to run these cars on the slick, and a lot of guys don't run them. But actually, I have to give a shout out to James Tiernan on this one. He took a setup that I started with, and then he kind of modified it a little bit more and made it way better. And I just, about 20 to go, I started to kind of figure out how to drive it in the slick. So, but just a big thanks to Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion, Motorsports Beat, everybody that helps me out and supports me in the stream, and it's been fun.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the second place finish. We'll look forward to seeing you on the podium again in the near future.
I hope so. Hopefully tomorrow at Lima.
All right, buddy. Second place finisher, Billy Riley. Now we're going to grab the winner, Rusty Kruger. You there?
And too quick to escape.
I don't know what we're going to do with you, but we're going to figure something out. Not sure how it's going to
come
happen.
up here more often. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, it happens. That's all right, man. You end up coming home on the top step this time in the wingless car. Talk to us about the racing and how you ended up at the front. A couple of times you had a challenge. Silva put a little challenge on you, and then Edens found his way to the front, and I don't know. I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he got a little feisty on the bottom, put the left front across the implement tire, and the car kind of got away from him there.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I wanted to race those guys heads up to feel like I kind of felt like that was giving away, which is a bummer. But you know, that's what happens in these things. Rather be lucky than good, in it to win it. You know.
Yeah, well, how was the track? I mean, it looked like it started to get pretty slick out there, but the guys were throwing the marbles from the bottom kind of up into the middle, and that's really just not the best way to keep any grip in the track. You really got to work the cushion, or you got to be right against those implement tires. Either side has a sharp edge to it if you make a mistake.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, to tell you the truth, I was probably about quarter throttle the whole way around. But you know, Kokomo is one of my strongest places. Was here earlier in the midgets. Now I'm here celebrating the win in the sprint car. Good points night for us.
All right, man. Well, thank yous and shout-outs, and we'll let you go get that celebration in.
All right, shout out to Jake Swanson Shock Technology. We finally got this new paint scheme done by Ironside Graphics, finally in victory lane, and feels good.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you again in the future on the top step.
All right, see you guys later.
That's going to do it for us on Wingless Wednesdays. Kruger wins at Rally second. Sorry, guys. Totally lost my train of thought. Got a message that was interesting. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Guys, don't forget tomorrow night, triple header Thursday, Dirt Slingers at USA for the Thursday Thunder Series presented by Tim Sims, Howard Johnson's of Lima, Ohio, and General Tires. And then immediately following them, the Wicked Cushion 410 Outlaw Series from Lima Land. Back-to-back shows for them. That will wrap us up for the week. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. Likes and shares, don't forget those. If you're not watching us on the Facebook channel, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, don't forget to follow us there. Until the next time, for myself and Mike Peterson at the Dirt Racing Network, everybody have a good night. Keep it dirty till we see you the next time.